everybody, this is Ogre Boy, and I'm going to be doing my review for the 2013 movie Iron Man 3. The movie is directed by Shane Black and written by Shane Black and Drew Pearce. And in this movie, Tony Stark is suffering from PTSD after the events of the Avengers, going through that wormhole and meeting gods and stuff like that. It's really messing with his head and everything, and he has panic attacks and all that. There's been reports about a guy named the Mandarin doing some bombings and stuff and everything on TV and one of the bombings happens, and Happy Hogan, who is one of Tony Stark's best friends, is involved in the bombing, and he tells the Mandarin on live TV to go to his house and to settle the score, and they blow up his house. So and he gets knocked out during this and wakes up in a different state. I think it was Tennessee, and his suit is totally not functioning right. It's been damaged really bad and everything, so he teams up with this young kid to help him repair his suit and everything, and he kind of comes like a little sidekick and everything through this movie. And then when he's done, he goes to try to find the Mandarin, and who has Pepper Potts held hostage and is using this disease thing, putting this disease thing in her where she sets on fire and stuff when she gets really mad and everything. It's called extremists, I think, or something like that. And so he's trying to stop the Mandarin. When he gets to the place where he finds the guy he thinks is the Mandarin, he finds out that the person that's been pretending to be the Mandarin is just an actor that was hired by the real Mandarin. And that guy actually turns out to be a guy that Tony Stark had met 14 or 15 years before and everything. And so he is having to fight with this guy and everything. The cast in this movie is really, really great. Robert Downey Jr. is wonderful as Tony Stark and Iron Man, as always, and everything. I feel like his performance in this is really, really good. He does a really good job with the whole PTSD thing that he's going through, and I just thought he was really, really good in this. Gwyneth Paltrow is great as Pepper Potts, as always. She gets a lot more screen time, and she actually gets to have some big parts in the plot with this movie and everything. I thought that was really great. Don Cheadle is back as Colonel Rhodes, and while I love him as Colonel Rhodes, I think he's great. I feel like his screen time was not very good. I was really, really disappointed with the way they did his screen time and everything. I think it could have been done a whole lot better than it was and everything. But I really liked him in this movie still. He's really great in the role, and I think he's fitting better into the role. The more movies he's in, he fits the role better and everything, and I think he was really good in this. I just feel like he was it was really disappointing having him not be in this movie as much as he was in Iron Man 2. Guy Pearce plays Adrian Killian, who is we find out is the Mandarin in the big twist known as the Mandarin twist. And I think he does a pretty good job. At the beginning of the movie, they show him in the flashback where he's like this really nerdy guy and everything. I like how they do his backstory. He's really one of the better villains in the series, and I think he's one of the best out of the Iron Man. I think him and Jeff Bridges' Obadiah Stane are really the two best villains for Iron Man. I know most people didn't like him because of the big twist, but I thought he did a really good job and everything. I think it's also cool we got a small brief appearance from Sean Tube, or Taub, however you say his name, that is Jensen, who played a major part in the first little bit of the first Iron Man movie. I think it's great that he's in here and everything. His cameo was really nice. I think Jon Favreau is great as Happy Hogan, as always. Ty Simpkins plays Trevor, who is, or not Trevor, Harley. Sorry, I keep getting all his name mixed up. I think his name was Harley. But he does a really good job playing him and everything, and the chemistry between him and Robert Downey Jr. is really, really good and everything. Rebecca Hall is in this. She plays the old one-night stand who teams up with Adrian and everything. After her and Tony had the one-night stand, she's a really good in this movie. At first you don't really know much about whether she's good or bad, but she does a really good job with this character and everything. And Sir Ben Kingsley plays Trevor Stadtery, who is the guy who is the actor pretending to be the Mandarin. He has like a really bad drug addiction and everything, and they bribe him with drugs and stuff to play the role and everything. And he does a really good job, because I mean, in the scenes when they show him in the commercials, doing the service announcements about threats with the bombings and stuff, he really seems to be this really intense, crazy dude and everything. And then find out that he's just an actor, and he goes from being creepy and intense to being absolutely hilarious. He just was really, really great in this movie. Anyway, the score by Brian Taylor is really pretty good in this. I don't think it's as strong as the first movie's score, but I think it is a lot better than Iron Man 2 score and everything. But it's not one of the best scores in the MCU, but it's still pretty good. It fits this movie really well. The cinematography by John Toll is really good too. I think he did a really good job with it. And the editing by Jeffrey Ford and Peter S. Elliott was also very good. I think this was one of the best edited movies in the Iron Man trilogy and everything. I think the cinematography in this was really some of the best as well. Not quite on par with the first Iron Man movie, but it's definitely got really good cinematography and everything. Now, I love that this movie is set during Christmas time and everything, because everyone always talks about Die Hard being a Christmas movie, but Iron Man 3 is a Christmas movie as well. I just love the way that this movie is and everything. It's just a great time at the movies, and I love the little post-credit scene where we find out that because Tony's narrating some of the parts in the movie, and you find out that he's been trying to tell the story of Iron Man 3 to Bruce Banner, and Bruce has slept through it all and everything. I thought that was really cool and everything. Yeah, I just really liked Iron Man 3. I thought it was I think it's a really underrated movie in the MCU. And if you would have asked me this the last few times I watched it, I would actually say it was one of my least favorites. But this movie's really, really grown on me over the last few times I watched it. And I don't know if I'd say it's one of my most favorites, but it's definitely not as low as it used to be and everything. It's really grown on me, and I might like it more than Iron Man 2. I don't know. But I'd say I give Iron Man 3 an 8.5 out of 10, the same that I gave Iron Man 2, because it's not as good as the first movie, but it's still a lot of fun. In some ways, I do like it more than the second one and everything. I think the villain is a lot better in this and everything. I think Adrian Killian was way better developed and everything than the villains in the previous movies and everything. And his motivations were more understandable than the motivations in the other ones. So, but yeah, I really enjoyed this movie and everything. So let me know in the comments if you like Iron Man 3 or not and everything. And feel free to like and subscribe. And if there's any top 10 lists or movie reviews you'd like me to do, let me know in the comments, and I'll get to them as quick as I can. And thank you, and have a good day. And also, I would like to say a big thank you to Esley Grier for recommending me the app for my editing. Hopefully my editing works good. This is my first time trying to experiment with it. And also thank you for creating my new intro for my channel. I hope y'all like it and everything. But thank you very much, Esley, and be sure to check out his channel, Entertainment Fanatic Reviews. I'll put a link in the description box and everything so you can check it out. He does all kinds of awesome reviews and movie series rankings and stuff, so definitely check his channel out and everything. And thank you again, Esley, and have a good day.